All right, and so that takes us right into our next bout here. We got a welterweight bout between Dhiego Lima and Belal Muhammad, whose nickname is Remember the Name. I don't think anyone's ever forgetting Muhammad, so this is going to be a great one as well. Dhiego, comes in with a 15-7 record. He was on, I believe, Tough Season 25.
Oh, that got me
Quit
good.
laughing at me, man.
No, that got me really good. No, that was a good joke. I was laughing really hard. That was such a good joke. I don't know why. Maybe it's the dad in me.
Most common name in the world.
I know, right? That's why I was dying. Oh, that's so good.
So yeah, Dhiego, he was on Tough Season 25, made his UFC debut back in 2018. He lost that debut to Yushin Okamaki, and since then, he's won 3 in a row.
I got Yushin Okami.
What did I say?
Okanaki. Something.
There's a lot of moving parts here, man. A lot of moving parts. So like I said, yeah, Diego's won 3 in a row since. Defeated Chad Laprise, Court McGee, and most recently Luke Jamo by a split decision. He actually didn't fight in 2020, so we're looking forward to seeing him get back in the octagon. Muhammad, on the flip side, he comes in with a 17-3 record. He's made quite the name for himself. But
that's gonna be your favorite nickname forever because your jokes just land.
So he entered the UFC back in 2016. He's got 9-3 in the UFC. So this guy's a beast, man. He won 3 in a row against Curtis Millender, Takashi Sato, and most recently Lehman Good via decision in 2020. His last loss was against Jeff Neal, who we've touched on a few times as well, and that was via decision back in 2019. So what do you see going down between these two guys here?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? Because for me, I wanted to talk to you about how this man has literally been on 2 toughs, lost both finals. Like, that's the crazy part. And Jesse Taylor, who he lost the second one to, I was trying my absolute best to find you the video that got him banned from Tough because of the first one that he should have won when he was younger. But there is a video that I will be sending you to just watch this man live. It's pretty hilarious how he lived in that first season. Basically, he got absolutely trashed and did some damage and got kicked out. And he came back for the redemption season, which he beat Dhiego Lima for as the second season for both these guys. So kind of sucks for him. He lost to Eddie Truck Gordon in the first one, lost to Jesse Taylor the second one. But that's the weird thing about Dhiego Lima. It's like if you've paid attention to the sport for the last 5-10 years, you kind of know his name.
You couldn't resist, eh? You couldn't resist.
I couldn't even deal. But there's something about both these guys that when you look at their losses, they're against absolute beasts, right? The little things that stand out for me, as you mentioned, one was the activity, right? Belal Muhammad fights very, very actively. He is ready to step in at all times. I have a funny story for you, but one of his fights, he actually fought during Ramadan, and he was fasting for the fight.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes,
that's insane.
Yes. And so when you look at Dhiego Lima, the last 2 fights are against guys like Court McGee and Luke Jumo, which were split decisions. And in the Jumo fight, he actually injured this man pretty badly, but couldn't really pull off the win to the point where it was even a unanimous decision or anything like that. So, even in the Court McGee fight, when we think about, Carlos Condit kind of just did some handiwork against Court McGee as well. So you really have seen his opponents in the last little bit. When you think about Belal Muhammad's record and how he's pulled off some of these wins, let's be real. The Lyman Good fight was phenomenal. That was just an absolute barn burner. Talk about heart. Talk about skill. Everything. He took on an absolute beast, an absolute veteran, and came out on top. And I think that was a deserved win. It was very close. But Jeff Neal, last loss in 2019. Prior to that, Vincent Luque. And then Alan Jobin on a short notice UFC debut. This is a kid who belongs in the UFC. He will be there for the rest of his career. Mm-hmm. I think that he will be able to kind of do a real amount of damage. The thing is that I love his boxing, but let's also see what he does against guys with the range, right? He seems to struggle a little bit with that. Lima's going to try and be the longer fighter and things like that. But where I do see Belal Muhammad having success is with the strikes. I do think he's going to be able to land. I do think he's skilled enough with the takedown D that it's just going to be an absolute, striking battle. I think this is going to be one where you just see these guys throw, and that's what they want to do.
For sure. Yeah, it's going to be a great one. Let's dive right into the lines here. Who do you see being the favorite in this one?
Yeah, so I have to go with Belal Muhammad. I mean, I think Dhiego Lima is the name, but I think that when you think about in his last 5 fights, Jesse Taylor is a name in those last 5 fights. Like that does kind of, from a betting perspective, it's a bit of a red flag, right? Like, let's just say for his last one, BJ Penn and Frankie Edgar were the main event. So I do have to go with. I do have to go. I do have to go with Belal Muhammad, and I'm going to say. I actually am going to give him a -250. I'm going to give Belal Muhammad a -250.
All right. So, I didn't want to preface this prior to going in, but there's actually no line available for this one.
It's
whether you look at odds sharks,
I took a chance with the -250. I was on my edge. You got me back. I can't show my guy, so at least you don't get to see him.
I'm not gonna lie though. I was gonna jump in and maybe place a guess myself, but I was gonna say Muhammad -300 as well. So right in line with what you're thinking here. Odds Shark 365. None of these guys actually have a line available for this one, so we're gonna have to stay tuned for this one, see where it ends up, and if we do have a pick for it, we'll let you guys know.
100%.
That was a true treat. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button if you haven't already done so. Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff is down there. Give us a follow. Picks will be on there. Always a treat with you, Mr. Sukumar.
My man, Mr. Paisan.
We'll see you guys soon, man.
Peace.